Hi everyone. So today we are back with our another video on AI agents in the continuation of our generative AI playlist. So in the last video we discussed about the open AI models that we have like GPT 3.5, GPT-4, GPT-4o, and what all capabilities thought those model provides us, and when you can use those models and in which situation on very high level. Now, today we're going to discuss on very high level the concept of AI agents and how that comes into play. It's a brief video, it's a short video, it will not have a much details inside this video, but something which you can probably learn on very high level itself quickly as well. So that's the objective of considering this video. Now, until now, whenever you use any AI platform, or let's say, for example, you use ChatGPT for any question and answer. So let me place an actor here. So let's say you as a user ask a question to GPT, like I want an answer for this, or let's say give me an article, give me summarize this article, or let's say give me some answer to this question and so on. So you can ask blah blah kind of questions and chat GPT will answer on its knowledge that it has gained while it's training to you. Now there are some complex tasks which now, as I think you might browse our one of our previous videos around how LLM works and how LLM internally basically searches for the answer whenever you ask some question to an LLM. It can be a question, it can be a suggestion, it can be sentence completion, it can be anything related to that. So how it internally works, how it gathers the data. So it basically finds out the next uh, required word while answering to your question. So only thing is it can just predict the next word based on its knowledge that it has gained over the model. But if you have any complex task where you want to involve some calculation, where you want to involve some hit some external API and get some data, and based on that data you want to analyze something and get some answers on top of that data, or let's say you want to scrap some website and get the get those website content and then summarize that content and get your answer ready based on that. So if you have, these are just basic examples, but you can have something else also. For example, if you have some, in the case of medical field, if you have some users medical report, so then you basically have a specific operation where you can feed in the report and that system will actually analyze that report and give you some answer based on your natural language question that you have put in. Now this is a possibility. Now these are some of the examples which I'm talking about or which I'm referencing in this video because I'm talking about AI agents, which is a new term and which has a very widespread use going forward in different fields obviously. So now let's say this is Chat GPT or any related AI tool with which you can talk and get your answers. Chat GPT or let's say Gemini or something like that. Now, let's say you want to get the answer on your report. So, by the way, if you are watching this video for the first time or you are uh, watching our channel for the first time, so go subscribe to the channel also in case you are liking the video. And in case you want our content to be improved, then you can suggest us in the comments as well. Okay, so coming back to the video itself. So let's say you prompt ChatGPT and give in some, let's say, a file to analyze, let's say a data file, and you ask some question on top of that data file. Let's say this is my data of monthly sales. Now, considering these sales, give me the area where I need to improve by which my sales can be improved. Now, if you give this uh, direct Excel file to the chat GPT, it may not give you the correct answer. It may not give you the correct analysis also. So that's where you may have to write a tool or you may have to write an operation separately that will basically read your Excel and convert your data to natural language form, and then search your, then find your answer based on that. ठीक है? So this is what we are talking about. So now considering this, uh, now as of now in this example, I have considered Chat GPT or any AI tool. Let's say you are building any custom tool by using Chat GPT or any other platforms APIs. Let's say a custom tool built on API of Chat GPT. Now inside this, whenever you will build a UI, so now in this UI you attach a file and you say that I want to get this answer. Now when your tool will receive this input, it will see that you have asked the data related to a file. Now what will happen is, so you will write a code inside your tool that will say that I want to integrate with this tool. Okay, so this is your brain, entire brain. Now this brain, what components it has? Now, first of all, when you send out a question, this brain will have multiple components. One is a planner, then one is the different tools that you integrate, and then the memory optimization and all that. Now, what are these different things means? So, when we say planner, when you send a query, so there will be a planner or which will be an LLM component. You can talk about, let's say, Chat GPT can act as a planner. You can underlying have an LLM instance of Chat GPT or any other related LLM model. Then underlying you will have multiple tools tied to it. Let's say this data analysis of Excel as one tool, and then formatter as another tool, or let's say then another scraper as another tool, or let's say you have something like that. You have 5 6 tools integrated in your uh, integrated with your LLM that you have kept as a brain or a planner. Now, when you send out a query, it will read your query, and in the natural language, it will see that out of these 5 tools, which tools I can use. Should I use Scraper? Should I use your data reader, or should I use or something other tool, whichever you have created? Now, based on that, it will trigger that tool, and after the outcome of that tool, it will evaluate whether you what query you had initially, and after the result of that tool, whether the query is answered or not. If that is not answered, so then it will try and trigger the other tools wherever possible based on the answer that it needs. So let's say in the first case, you want to read the Excel. You get an output of the Excel in the natural language format, and then you want to trigger something to the, let's say, a database table and get your answer based on the database table. So that's another tool. So after the combination of these tools, you will get an answer on the basis of what you asked initially. So this is what actually these AI agents are ideally doing, the internal working of the how these kind of complex use cases can be held. Now, until now, we haven't seen anything happening drastically in the AI world, which will say that these are the agents, these are something else. Obviously, there are some applications where under the hood, agents are being used, and those complex agents are being written by different bigger corporates. Like you may have heard, Salesforce has, or Salesforce, or I think some other company has deployed quite a few agents in a month's time. So and so there is different definition of the agents according to different AI people who are working on that same. So let's say if you have specific persona, let's say inside the company you want to summarize your content, you want to generate some content on, let's say, or let's say you want to generate some documentation, then it's a documentation agent. So behind the scenes you are just giving a prompt and it is basically generating a documentation. Another case you will have, let's say, story creation. So that's a you will give a prompt to generate story, and it will a story creation AI agent. Those are a separate kind of AI agents. These are the AI agents which are integrated with the tools underlying, which will make your complex tasks till now, which was not that easy, like the one example which I have shown in this until now. So to make those tasks easier, that's where you need the AI tools agent. So that is what is the brief above of about AI tools and agents and all that. So that is about this video. In the next video, we will discuss about different architectures of these AI tools based agent and how we can use, and we can use some examples to explain those also. After that, in this our series, we're gonna present about practicality also, where we're gonna show you some code and explain how to write a basic prompt based call, or how to make a call to chat gpt, or how to make chat gpt or gemini or any other model for different use cases, like for generating some text, or let's say captioning an image or something else, whatever. So we can giving you some examples also in the hands-on part, so those also will be planning in the upcoming videos. So that's all for this video. If you like our content, do subscribe to the channel and like and share the video as well. So we'll be keep on bringing you a quality content going forward as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.